Every single scene of Revenge of the Sith had at least one effect, and many shots had dozens and dozens of elements. Hundreds and hundreds of people in many different ILM departments, each of whom had one specific task. You have to understand, sometimes you'll have an artist working on a shot, a 3-second shot, for literally months at a time.
In blue screen, it's very easy to get lost. It's very easy to, move the camera around, pan the camera, or dolly, or do things and not know exactly where on the fabricated set that will be there you are. So you need little markers and things in the blue screen.
There's 2,146 effect shots in the film. We animated 1,269 shots.
Most of the time for Mustafar went into developing the lava and the lava crust.
The whole set is tilted at 10 degrees, and it tilts much like a wheelbarrow, so that we can adjust the angle of it depending on how fast we want the flow.
Just as in live action, we choose lenses, camera angles, filters, lighting, and effects like smoke, all to create and capture exotic worlds like Mustafar.
What was daunting with the Mustafar sequence was actually not so much how the work was done, but the actual quantity of work.
As a compositor, we're basically the last ones in the chain. We get the elements from all different sources, like model elements, miniature elements. We get elements from second unit, people against blue screen, the animation department, and we just combine it all to the final film frame.
To construct the final sound for a 1-minute section of the Mustafar sword fight, it requires work on several levels. First of all, there's just the dialogue.
1,600 grunts and groans.
Or why don't we just stand here and you can slap me silly and then you can just fit it in where you need to.
George, The next layer of sound was the Foley, which are the footsteps and the movement. And although you may not hear a lot of that consciously, it's very important to have that there to give it a naturalness. Then you get to the actual sound effects that I design. The swords really don't make sound. There's really no lava. All of that has to be given weight and credibility with the sounds.
All the sound design elements are layered together in preparation for the final mix. This takes months and months of work. Without the sound designers, the lightsabers wouldn't hum, the lava wouldn't roar, you wouldn't hear the dialogue, and the duel would be a lot less exciting.
The Obi-Wan Anakin fight is an amazing battle. I've already been knighted, if you will, Darth Vader. Darth Vader's fighting style is much more aggressive and much more brutal than Anakin's.
You underestimate my power! Don't try it!
I think that the end fight where Anakin and Obi-Wan try to resolve their differences, Obi-Wan comes out with the better hand. But I think that's a result or, derivative of Anakin's emotions and not being able to focus them and control them, which is just, the root of Anakin's inabilities.
Got to jump down, and we could do it in 2 pieces.
Okay.
He's got to jump down, and as he comes over, he's got to cut him.
Yeah, and then you've got to go.
Then we can do the second piece where he lands and rolls down.
Okay.
You want to do that, or you want to have a stunt guy do that?
I'll do it if you'd like me to.
That's up to you.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's kind of rolling sideways in the dirt.
Well, if you think you'll see my face and it's worth having me do it, then
probably.
I'm happy to do it, yeah.
Don't ask me, Anakin! Said you would destroy the Sith, not join them!
And cut! You do that little turn and you look back. If we move more of it as you were going up the hill, so that if he does, when he bursts into flames and stuff, it's not like you're standing right next to him.
Streaming our favorite shows, keeping in touch with our loved ones, and even our banking is mostly done online these days. We'd like to think our information is safe, but as our online footprint increases, so does our need for proper security. Surfshark adds an extra layer of security when you're online to keep all of your passwords, photos, and videos safe. There's a lot of websites and hackers that take your info without you even knowing it, but you can swim under their radar using Surfshark VPN, a virtual private network. Surfshark is a VPN service that protects your information by encrypting all of the data that you send through the internet. You can stop websites from tracking your info and selling targeted ads to you. With the click of a button, you can forget about data mining and intrusive advertisements. One of my favorite features of Surfshark is that you can see content not available in your area. Disney Plus or Netflix, for example, have different movies for each country. Access should not be tied to a region. In China, YouTube and most social media websites are banned. With Surfshark, you can solve the problem by simply changing your location. Just connect to the service and refresh the page. Surfshark is an app and browser extension that enables you to place your laptop or phone anywhere in the world and allows you to access the internet as if you were in that country. You can watch any content anywhere in the world on any of your devices. Surfshark turns you into an anonymous and hard-to-trace online user and makes the internet a safer and more enjoyable place for you. I use Surfshark every day. It automatically starts up whenever I start my PC, and whenever I need it, I activate it with just one click. Surfshark is the only VPN to offer one account to use on an unlimited number of devices. If you want both protection and freedom online, use my code NMSW, short for Not My Star Wars, to get 83% off plus 3 extra months for free. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk to try it out for yourself. The link is in the description below.
One of the key elements in Episode 3 is that we see him actually put into the Iron Lung. The mask finally close on him, that now he's an artificial man, but we know what's inside of it. The man in the suit comes into being a more personalized character than what he was originally. It's important in the end that you see the physical transformation of Anakin into this burnt-up crisp, because that's the suffering he had to live with for the rest of his life. And I like the idea that the person you thought was the villain is really the victim, and that the story is really about the villain trying to regain his humanity. It becomes really the story of Darth Vader's redemption. Everybody thought of Darth Vader as this big evil guy that, you know, had no heart. He was just evil. But in the end, it's not that at all. And I mean, here's a guy who has lost everything.
He believes that he's the chosen one. He's not doing wrong things knowing that it's having a negative impact. So there's that sort of naivety to him now that wasn't there before. And it makes him more human in a lot of ways.
The real fun of Episode 3 is the fact that it connects all the dots. Finally, you can see how Episode 1 relates to Episode 6 and how they all come together. You know, you gotta remember this is one movie, and it's meant to be seen 1 through 6. So I think when you watch the actual movie in order, the story will become very clear that Anakin is the chosen one, and even when Anakin turns into Darth Vader, he is still the chosen one. He forces his friends to turn against him, which is heartbreaking.
You were the chosen one!
You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force.
When you're a kid, you know, he's the pinnacle of all evil. There is that mystery there, you know. He is a man behind a mask. There will be more depth though to that evil because it's not a conscious, you know, choice that he's made.
Darth Vader became such an icon in the first film, Episode 4, that icon of evil sort of took over everything, much more than I intended. If it had been one movie, that wouldn't have happened. He would have been revealed to be this pathetic character at the end of the movie. But now by adding Episodes 1, 2, and 3, people begin to see the tragedy of Darth Vader as what it was originally intended to be. Nobody who's evil thinks of themselves as evil.
My loyalties lie with the Chancellor.
They always believe they're doing good, even though they're not. And so it's a matter of how does a person who is good turn to becoming an evil person.
Anakin's relationship with Palpatine is one of deference and seduction. He lures Anakin into a very impressionable state.
I have rewritten, I spent the whole weekend rewriting the scene between you and Palpatine, where you turn.
Yeah.
And I've added some more to that. I've stretched it out a bit and made it a little bit, given you a little bit more to go on in terms of him pulling you in.
I hope you trust me, Anakin.
Of course.
I need your help, son.
He pulls each string with such charming yet evil precision.
It happens once the Emperor starts to work on him and make him doubt things, make him doubt his relationship to the Jedi, make him doubt what is good in the universe. He throws out the possibility that he could keep his wife and save her from death. These are all seduction things, which causes a great deal of turmoil in Anakin. This is where he finally succumbs to the influence of the devil. What is it in the human brain that gives us the capacity to be as evil as human beings have been? That's what I wonder. I wonder, how can those people possibly exist? Compassion and greed. We all have those two sides of us. We have to make sure that those two sides of us are in balance.
What happens when you go to the dark side is it gets out of balance.
Dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. Only now, at the end, do you understand?
Please like, subscribe, and comment on the video. May the Force be with you.
Impressive. Most impressive.